going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of What's it, Overworked Underfucked.
I forget they were recording, and I was like making deep eye contact with you the whole time.
Yeah, well, people know that. People question us all the time, actually, so it's all right. Another special episode of Mother's May. One of 4 episodes for Mother's Day May. Here with a good friend, Jamie Anderson. Yay!
Hello. Thank you.
Well deserved.
Another Marsden, an ex-Marsden student, ready for a podcast. She's not nervous at all. She said behind the scenes, she's feeling great, ready to go. She's pregnant. You probably can't tell. She's looking so slim.
Thank you.
Let's go. So let's start with because you got my beautiful boy Lenny, who's baby number 1. Mm-hmm. You want to start in the journey of
Motherhood?
Yeah.
Well, step 1, do the deed. Step 2.
What's the deed though? Let's just what are we talking? Missionary? I'm just kidding. Don't.
Actually, I couldn't even tell you.
Just that many.
Yeah,
could have been any.
I can't even remember.
Step 1, do
it's
the
just
deed.
like a bakery, just cream pies. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
That's the first step.
Stop it. I gotta know. Did the deed, fell pregnant, went through the motions of pregnancy.
How was your first pregnancy?
Yeah. Oh, look, I am one of the grateful and lucky mums that don't get sick when they fall pregnant. So
Way to brag.
yeah, I know. I probably struggled more with exhaustion and food aversions, but no morning sickness.
What's
or
the
vomiting.
food versions?
It'd be I could cook a whole meal. I could say to David, geez, I feel like tacos for dinner. And I'll make tacos and then I'll sit down to eat and we'll be like, I'm not fucking eating that.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Taz was like that.
Yeah. It's just weird. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have some honey toast. And I just lived on honey toast and Ribena for my first pregnancy and it was great. And then, you get to that second trimester and things start to become a bit gravy again. And you become real energized and you live in your best life and you're like, yes, this is sweet. And then, third trimester was rough. I went through a lot of grief in my third trimester. I lost my great-grandfather through that time. So that was really hard because it was just before we were going to have Lennox. So that pretty much sucked. And then, had Lennox. Wild. Not what we expected at all when it come to having our first kid. Nothing bad. It was just, hey, your waters are broken. Here's your contractions at 2 minutes. And then 2 hours later, here's your baby. And you were just like,
shit.
That's how simple yours was. Just fucking.
I could almost sneezed and it would have come out. It was so fast. But
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
You're like,
that. No, that's the story. It's okay. So, thanks everyone. That's that's a
thanks for having me.
Yeah, that's it.
Literally. Yeah, no. We were laying at home one Saturday evening. At this point, I was 41-1. So even though I was lucky not to have morning sickness, I did go overdue.
It's a full term, 40, right?
Full term, 40 weeks. So we were sitting at home laying on the couch playing Rummy Cop. I don't know if you've played that numbers tile game before.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're not.
Smiley faces?
Yeah,
Dude,
with the smiley face.
No, I'm not a loser. Sorry.
So we were laying there on the couch playing that.
Sorry.
You are, but we'll just move past that. And then I just felt what felt like a really weird kick in my stomach and I didn't think anything of it. And then 5 minutes later, I stood up to go to the bathroom or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, David, my waters are broken. And we were really excited and I went for a shower straight away. And I just remember David, he was running around the house cleaning up, the vacuum was on, he was doing the washing, dishes were done. I'm sitting on the bathroom because on the toilet because my waters kept breaking and he just runs past the door. He's like, I'm so excited. And I was like,
David,
dude.
he's such a sweet man.
Yeah. And then so pretty much for the hour, I just stayed in the bathroom because my waters just kept breaking. And we were just sort of going through the motions of what we were going to do, whether we were going to, because they try and tell you to stay at home for as long as you can, but then at some point come up to the hospital so they can check your waters to make sure that there's no meconium in it, the baby hasn't pooped inside of you.
Yeah.
And me and Dad were like, it doesn't really look like it. We'll just chill around for a little bit. And it was 9 o'clock. He's pulled the car out and he's getting ready to go to the hospital. And I get my first contraction. And I was like, today I was like, oh, geez, that was really painful. Maybe I'll just jump in the shower for a little bit. And he's like, oh, I think we should go. I was like, okay. Waddled out to the car and got in the car. And we're driving. And he's like, oh, well, look, you haven't had another contraction for a while. So I guess like we've got a bit of time. And this was like 5 minutes from our house. And I was like, yeah. Literally like contract straight away. And I was like, okay. I was like, maybe I'll start timing these just to like get a bit of an idea.
Yeah.
Start timing literally 2.5 minutes apart, like the whole way to the hospital, which is like a 25-minute drive. Yeah.
Because you're in Jacob as well. There's no real hospital that's really that close.
No. So Gold Coast Hospital for us is about 25 minutes, and it was like 9 o'clock at night at this point. So we had like a straight run.
That's good.
To the hospital. So yeah, the whole way, just full belly contractions. And then at the Gold Coast Hospital, they've got, and I think it's similar like at the Logan where they've got like a little bit of roundabout where you can pull in. Like you don't have to go to the car park, because I was like, David,
you're not walking in.
Don't take me to that fucking car park, because I'm not walking across from the car park. I'm like, just pull in there. And I remember we pulled in and got out, and like the security guards stood up to kind of like come tell us that we couldn't park there.
Yeah.
And I got out and I was like, like fully contracting. They were like, and sat straight back down. And yeah, we waddled through the hospital.
I can only imagine too, you're pretty fiery. If they were like, oh, you can't park, you would have been like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'd have been like, get fucked.
Yeah, literally, yeah. David would have been like, oh, sorry, mate, we're all good. But Jim would have been like, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
I just 100% no.
Literally. He'd be like, oh, I'll go park the car. I'd be like, you're not leaving me. So, yeah, we waddled all the way through the hospital. We couldn't find a wheelchair like anywhere. So I just like walked upstairs into the room, and they're like, oh, you were like in labor? And I was like, yeah, it definitely feels like it. Like asking all the questions. When did your waters break? How far apart are your contractions? Rah, rah, rah. Took me through to the assessment area. And as soon as I laid down on the bed, Lennox went spine on spine. So really, really painful to have a spine on spine labor. And I just remember like laying in the bed, and I was just like, it felt like I was crawling up the bed because my contractions were already 2 minutes apart, and they were really intense.
Yeah.
Or at this point, and they put the monitors on and they did a bit of a dilation check, and they were like, oh yeah, you're definitely in labor. And I was like, no
really?
shit, Sherlock.
Stop
Like,
telling me. I
it
can
really
feel
feels
it.
like it. Like, this is pretty painful. So yeah, they kicked another mum out of a birthing suite that they were like prepping to induct, and took me through. And then I wanted to have a water immersion, I think, birth, like water,
like in the tub.
Yeah, I wanted to be in the bath. And they said, you can do water inversions, but you can't labour in the pool because Lennox has pooed inside of you. So before like infection reasons and stuff like that, you have to be out. So I was like, that's no problem. Went straight into the birthing suite and literally just jumped straight in the shower. Like I just wanted the hot water.
Yeah.
And that was great. Loved that. And then the whole time, every time I was like contracting, she was like trying to move the belly monitor on my tummy, and it was so frustrating, and I was getting so over it.
The strap.
Yeah. And and then in the end, like maybe after 20 minutes of being in there, she's like, I can't like get a solid reading, like, because you're contracting so hard and you're moving so much. So like you're either going to have to labor in the bed, or we're going to have to put the internal fetal monitor on, which is a little probe that they put in the baby's head. And I remember when we did the birthing classes, I was like,
hang on, did you say in the baby's head?
Yeah. So it's like a little, like a really, really tiny like corkscrew, and they just screw it in. It's a fetal mode.
In the
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I'll show you a photo after.
Do you not know about this?
No.
Yeah.
It's like they screwed something into the kid's head.
Yeah, they make it out like they just like stick it on there, but it's like a little
It's a little screw.
corkscrew they put in it.
What the? Who the fuck wants their baby to have that?
When you're contracting as hard as I was and not wanting to be in a bed. When I did the birthing class, I was like, oh, fuck no, I'm definitely not doing that to my kid. And then when I was in labor and I'd already been laboring in a bed to how I was feeling in the shower, I was like,
just do it.
Just anything medically necessary at this point.
Nothing happens like if the baby moves around and shit.
It's not a lot of room to move around down there. They're already head down
its
coming
head's
out.
like stuck
Oh,
in a
right.
hole
Yeah,
like that
true.
big.
Yeah, sorry.
So, yeah, I was
I don't
like,
know how fucking labour works, all right?
It's like a half.
Stay tuned.
It's like a half through, like a hole. Like
it is
that big.
really tiny. Yeah. Yeah. I'll show you a photo afterwards.
Yeah.
It looks freaky. And I was like, yeah, definitely not. So they put that in, and I got back in the shower, and then like 20 minutes later, I was like, this baby's coming. And
So
they're
you
like,
jump in the water?
no, I didn't get in the water. I think I got to the birthing suite. Like we left home at 9. I got into the birthing suite at 10. Lennox was here at 11:08.
Oh.
So didn't even really have time to fill up the bath or anything like that. And I was more than happy being in the shower.
Did you give birth in the shower?
No, they don't let you. No, you're not allowed to. So I had to jump back in the bed. And at that point I was like full face, like ready to go. Put in like, yep, ready to go, called the doctors in. And then, yeah, like 7 minutes later, Lennox was like laying on my chest, and he was here.
It's like textbook shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was really, really fast. And they say your next baby will be faster as well. And David is freaking out.
Why?
Because
It happened in the car on the way to the hospital.
yeah.
David could do it, I reckon.
I don't know.
Do you want to try and have it a water immersion this time around?
I would love to, but I just don't think I'll be able to have the time. Unless miraculously this birth is different than our first one. I don't reckon I'll be able to as well. I think it'll just be the same plan, get to the hospital and
just see what happens.
Get to the hospital at this point.
I think there's so much like this. You can put as much planning into it no matter,
Yeah, it never goes to plan.
No, you can never.
I don't think I've ever heard one labour story that's ever gone to plan.
No.
I don't think anyone's got one.
No, I don't think so. I remember a friend, his wife had a second, and they're like, I don't know, she was in contracting for hours and she's like bouncing on the ball and she stood up and she just went, oh fuck, and the baby just fell out. Oh. Like they caught it, like there was a nurse there, but the baby just fell out. I was like, how does the baby just fucking fall out? You know what I mean? But it's just
big ol'.
Some people are just made to have babies.
Yeah, literally, clearly. So through your pregnancy, you're a big, big career girly, right? You have to remind me because I always forget what it is. People are like, what does she do? I'm like, she's got a really nice career in something to do with trades.
I work in construction, in the plastering industry, more specifically. So yeah.
Yeah, what's your role? You're not a plasterer, obviously.
No, not on the tools, no. Originally, I entered the industry and was just a estimator. So I was doing all of the quoting and takeoffs for constructions, and I started more in shops. So I'd be building like your barbers and your valley girls and, you really like sort of standard shops. And then I started moving into like your big W's and your service stations and stuff like that.
You do full commercial estimation, right?
Now, yeah, I do some of the big boys. So,
what did you do? It was a school out here, right? Collingwood Park?
Yeah, did the school.
Well, just W.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
did that like a year and a bit ago. That was my biggest project of my whole entire career. So before having Lennox, my biggest project was the Burleigh Pav on the Gold Coast. I did the renovation works there, and that was just under $1 million. And then, just before I had Lennox and I was going on maternity leave, I won my first over $1 million project, and I was in the industry for maybe 6 years. And like that was like a massive achievement for me because I was always striving to get that $1 million project.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd won that and we had a contract on that, but my work ended up pulling out just because I wasn't going to be there to run it, sort of thing, and it was a bit risky. And then I returned after having Lennox, and I think I was back for maybe like 6 months, and I landed my first contract, which was over $4 million. So I went from being like really small, under $1 million to over, my very first project over, $4 million.
I've heard that in the industry. Like once you break the $1 million,
you don't go back.
Fucking goes crazy. Like it's so hard to get there first, and then once you hit it, it's just like fucking.
What's the $4 million one? The one you're doing now?
No, that was the one. That was the school.
Oh,
that was Collingwood.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was my first big project, and that included. So I'd quoted that, but then over the years, I'd also moved into like project administration as well. So I do all of the material takeoffs, all of the budgeting.
You'd know more about this than I would.
Yeah,
she's just talking shit to me. I don't know.
Yeah. So I do all of that, liaise with the contracts. I do variations. Before I had Lennox, I completed my diploma in project management as well.
Oh, cool.
So I delve into the project management side. So I do site visits and meetings.
More qualified than me.
Bro, literally, yeah. This is what's it like? Because obviously you're a big career girl and you love your work and you love, I know you love working with the boys and like putting them in their place, and you fucking thrive off that. I know you do. You know what I mean,
dude? Chicks in the I got one chick in the office, and she's a weapon. Like she'll tell everyone off. They're a different breed.
Jamie's fucking no different. You love getting the tradies. Fucking, you don't give a fuck.
No, look, I can't do the job without the boys, but I don't
take shit either.
It's taken so much time. Like I'm going into 10 years of being in the industry now, and it's taken so much time to build respect within the industry. And all of the boys that I work with have great respect for me and stuff like that. And I always say to my boss when it's like going into a meeting with a new builder or something like that, like I have to go in there and I have to prove that I know my shit, because if I go in there and I'm like, oh, hi, I'm Jamie and I'm an estimator, like they'll just eat me alive. Or if I go in there really confidently and I know my shit, I know what I'm talking about and I can pinpoint things, I'll be like, damn, this girl really knows what she's talking about.
It's a really
and it makes it
cutthroat
easy.
industry, isn't it?
Yeah.
And especially now at our age, I think in the industry, like we're just starting to get that respect, because for so long, like with me as well, it's like, you're too young, you're too young, you're too young. And now it's like, all right, sweet.
You just over that tipping point.
Starting to get the fucking
There's always this age thing, you know what I mean? I was the same when I was just
100%.
doing like allocating in transport. It's like you're telling 56-year-olds what to do, and it's like, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but you got to put on the whole other layer of being a female as well. And in that industry, it's like that holds more weight than being younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't get it so much from like, you know, the mid-30s to mid-40s, 50s sort of thing. It's like that generation over.
Yeah, the 60s, the fucking, go home and drink a carton of piss every night and yell at their wives sort of shit, you know?
Yeah.
Which there's a lot of.
Yeah, like a lot of. So what's it like, you know, obviously you and David, you know, together married, and then you like decide to take the next step to have kids. So you have Lenny, and then what's it like coming back into work? Because I know, obviously, like working mums, you know, it's difficult, but you're like a full career driven, like it's not like you're just working, I don't know, retail a few days a week to sort of help or whatever. Not that I'm discouraging that at all. Like, I don't know how mums fucking do it. I started dating a mum and I'm just like, what the fuck? How do you do this? Like
Soft launch.
Yeah, literally. But it's like, how do you do this? How have you done this alone for so fucking long? You know what I mean? It's like, but what's it like going back after having Lenny?
Yeah, like was it easy to transition back to career because you love it so much, or was that also that extra layer with Lenny there, obviously?
The beginning was hard, but I only went back, like I eased my way back in because I didn't have any projects to go back into when I first started. I'd had to start from the beginning. So I went straight back into just estimating and trying to get my next big project. So it was easy at the beginning because I was only going back, you know, my 7:30 till 4, 3 days a week. I was doing 2 from the office, 1 from home. And then as my projects got bigger and I landed Collingwood and stuff like that, and I had to put Lennox back into, so I will put Lennox into school for the 4 days a week.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I wouldn't say it was hard because I kind of felt like I went back to work and I got like a bit of my old self back.
Yeah.
And so I can very easily differentiate like work Jamie and mum Jamie. So it's like, you know, before I drop Lennox off at school, we're like doing breakfast and we're getting ready, brushing our teeth and stuff like that, and drop him off. Have a good day, bud. Like, see you later. And then I'm straight into the office mode. Like my phone pretty much starts from the moment the boys start till I finish at 5 o'clock now.
Yeah.
Monday to Thursday. So, yeah, at the beginning it was probably a bit like challenging going back because I just had 8 months off and I was like living my best life.
Yeah.
Like unemployed life.
Cruising around home. Like,
yeah. And then it was like going back to work. But yeah, when I went back, it just felt like I had a bit of my old self back and was having adult conversations. And yeah, I love what I do. Like the reason that I work is because I am good at what I do. Not to toot my own horn, but you know, I've worked hard to.
Brave. I think too, you hear a lot of mums like after, I don't know, 10 years or 15 years, it's like they've been a mum for so long they lose themselves a little bit. So maybe going back to work and having that career, you've got to be you as well as a mum, you know what I mean?
It as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like being a mum is great, but you've also got to sort of be Jamie and have something you want to do and stuff.
Yeah, they're completely different fields and works full on. So, you know, unless Lennox is sick or whatever, like I kind of just have to put my work hat on and go there, do my job, and then finish at 5 o'clock, and then I'm straight back into mum mode, at home, dinner, bath.
The weeks are hard, right? Like this is my thing with like mums and parents. It's like, sorry, mums and parents. It's like, you know, you work and go home. It's like everything is just like routine. It's sort of like, you know, you get lost a bit too, like in the routine. Yeah,
it just becomes like your everyday, exactly, everyday routine. It's like
get up, breakfast, work, fucking home,
a bit robotic.
Dinner, bed, like stuff.
But without
like
that routine, it like all goes to shit.
Yeah,
it goes to shit so quickly without that routine though.
But in saying that, like I'm currently I work 4 days a week, but I'm doing 40 hours in 4 days because I want to have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday with Lennox as well.
And those Fridays are huge. I remember you've worked a couple or whatever and you've just like noticed a huge difference in both you.
Yeah.
You know, not having that Friday off just to sort of relax, you know?
100%. We even like hired a cleaner.
Yeah, literally.
Because I was like so sick of like working so hard during the week to then go home and spend my Friday doing the washing and cleaning the bathroom and stuff like that. I just said to David, I'm going to invest in a cleaner every fortnight so that I can take Lennox out to the playground or we can go and do our chores or whatever. Like, it's game changer. Like, I'll never work another 5-day week.
No,
again.
literally. I don't want to work 5 days. I don't want to work 3 days. I don't want to work at all. But let's talk about this the first big contract comeback. So you've got the school, because I remember, I don't know whether it was at the start or towards the end, you were getting like really stressed and
yeah, I got really sick.
Yeah, really sick and breaking out in hives and shit, right? Like it was like
yeah. So I got that contract and I just like
went head first in.
Yeah. Well, I kind of was like, my boss was like, fuck it. Like, you've already quoted it. We've already spent this time. Like, if you're confident with what you've got, like, you know, let's run with it. Went through the contract like with a fine tooth comb to make sure that I was covered for absolutely everything. And that I'd captured everything, because you can very easily fuck up a scale, you know, underestimate things, miss things, and they can just cost thousands.
Yeah.
And that just made me freak out. I was like,
on a $4 million contract too, you could miss out on like 100,000.
Yeah,
you could miss a mil.
It
like,
fucked your margins really quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I think, you know, 6 months back into work, I just won the biggest contract in my whole entire career. I was working 3 days a week. I was just like spiraling. I was like, what the fuck? And so I think I just stressed myself out so much that, yeah, 1 week I ended up breaking out in hives randomly. I was like sitting at work and I just come up with all these splotches all over my body and I was like, what the fuck is this?
What's going on, yeah. Your back was sore too, right? I remember we were talking and you're like, my back's sore, like I'm fucking...
Yeah, so I had the hives for like 3 days and I managed to get like a really strong dosing of Phenergan and that like cleared that up and I was like, sweet as. And then I think like a week later... No, I didn't stop. Oh my God, no, don't stop. And then, yeah, like a week later I started just getting like random aches like all over my body. So like at one point I remember I woke up and it felt like I'd slept wrong on my neck. And I was like, oh, like that's a bit achy. And then the next day I had like a really sore lower back and I was like, oh, I've just definitely sat down for too much today. Like maybe that's why. And these pains just kept like bouncing all over my body. And then it went into my hips. And so I started going to the chiro and stuff like that. And it pretty much after I went to the chiro, I just went downhill and I went downhill fast, but it took me at least a week before I went to the hospital to find out what was going on. And it got to a point where I was that weak and in that much pain, like I couldn't even lift Lennox out of his cot of a morning. He was
only young then too.
Just over 1 or 1 at the time. And I was like dragging him out. Like I had nothing to give. Couldn't dress myself. I was crying. Like it was fucking horrible. And I had no idea what was going on. And then I went to the chiro and she's like, maybe you've got Ross River or something like that. Like, you know, maybe you've got something wrong. Like, have you been to the doctors and got a blood test? And I was like, no, I didn't even think of doing that. So I went to the doctor straight after that and I got a blood test done and my doctor gave me a stronger anti-inflammatory medication. And he called me the next afternoon. He's like, oh, do you have a fever or anything? And I was like, honestly, I'm that dosed up on Panadol and Nurofen, like couldn't even be able to tell you if I've got a fever. He's like, oh, if you've got to get a fever, like go to the hospital sort of thing. Your inflammation markers are like extremely high. And I think they're supposed to be something like, I think a 7 at max, I think, from
6, 7?
The memory. Oh my God. That's it. I'm leaving. See ya.
We've done that like every podcast.
Yeah.
I think,
Lennox was doing it in Aldi the other day because we went away with our neighbours and they're like of that age and they're like 6, 7. And Lennox is in Aldi screaming out 6, 7. I was like, Lennox, that's a really bad word in our house. Like we can't say that. Like that's swearing. And he's like, Flinny swears. And I was like, I know. And I'm going to tell Flinny's mum that he says that too. Like
my poor Lenny.
Oh my God, drives me insane. But I think they're supposed to be at a 7. And I think at this point when the doctor called me, mine were a 48. So they were like well and truly higher than what they were supposed to be. And I just said to the doctor, I said, I think at this point I'm just going to go to the hospital for pain management because I'm fucked. I can't sit. I can't walk.
Can't do anything,
I couldn't do anything. So David ended up taking me to the hospital and I got admitted. And they did like so many tests. They did x-rays, they did bloods. My blood test when I was at the hospital, so it was like maybe 24 hours later, it's like at an 80 something. So they doubled within 24 hours. And they were like, we don't know what's going on with you. Like, you
didn't tell them that you're working your fucking ring out and got a kid and all this shit.
I can't remember. Maybe I might have missed that. Maybe I might have included. I don't know.
You're like, it can't be that I'm working too much, you know. And
I honestly didn't even like come to mind. They were like thinking I had like lupus and stuff like that. They were testing me for all different autoimmune diseases and stuff. And they ended up just giving me this steroid medication. And it took maybe like 6 hours to kick in or something. And I'll tell you what, like when that medication kicked in, put me on the gateway to Brisbane. I'm doing that freaking Bridge to Brisbane run. Like I could have ran a freaking marathon. Like I felt great and it was amazing. And then I ended up getting discharged.
Just selling steroids to me right now.
Yeah, like honestly, I was like,
he's been thinking about steroids since you signed him up at the gym. So you just fucking.
I've got 3 left.
At least peptides.
I don't know if they'll help you.
No, I need like 300.
And then, so I got discharged on the Saturday. And then by the Sunday, when I was to return back to work on the Monday, I started going back downhill again. So I took the Monday off work and I went to the doctor's and he prescribed me, I think I got like 3 or 5 of the steroids because he's like, we can't give them to you in bulk. They are highly addictive sort of thing. And I was like, at this point, I just don't want to be in pain anymore. Like I was like lifting my leg to get up like curbs and stuff like that. Like that's how weak my body was. And I took the steroids for a couple of days and I have not had a problem since. And I just think it was because I was so stressed about winning this project and making sure that I had everything covered. And like, you know, I think it just was like mum life and working life and a big contract and like all these new things were just like piling up and I don't stop. Like me and my husband were just like, go, 24/7.
And people underestimate stress, I think. You know what I mean? It's like
100.
They underestimate it. You're like, I don't know why I'm fucking tired and can't sleep and whatever. It's like, you're probably fucking stressed, mate. You know, like
stressing the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I've like literally never had anything like it again since. Thank God.
Have you slowed down a little bit since then or not?
No. I'd love to say yes, but no. And you know what? I did that Collingwood Park project and I like not to toot my own horn again, but we fucking smashed it and it was a great project and delivered it well and we made like a profit on it and stuff like that. So it was, ended up being really successful, thank God.
And then I think though, like your first big one is you probably won't get that with your next big one. You know what I mean? You'll probably be, once you do more and more, you'll be more comfortable with it. Your first contract seeing that $4 million fucking dollars would have been terrifying.
Yeah. Now it's like, oh yeah, quick, I want another couple
what I do.
Yeah.
You're like $2 million contract. You're like, oh, it's chum change now.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, we won another one just closer to home, which is like a big like sort of tier 1. It's like nothing like I've ever worked on before.
Big glass factory, right?
Yeah, it is in Yatala.
James is doing like electrical work there.
Oh yeah, you did say that. And it's kind of like different to what I've dealt with, but I'm like, I've kind of just, it's like another walk across the bridge sort of thing. Like you just taking on whatever comes your way.
Just so easy, bro. Just like, you know, so humble, Jamie.
But it's like you with your job, like, you know, you just jump on a forklift or jump in a truck and just do it. It's like when you're passionate about it and you know it, or like you, for instance, like carpentry, you just...
Yeah, you just get in and get it done,
You know, you're only good at the things that you do sort of thing. So.
What were the hours you were working when you were like... Because you were doing 4 days, but you were only doing part-time. I think you were doing like 34 hours a week or something, or 32?
When I come back with Lenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, like 7:30 till 4.
What made you go to the 10 hours a day, 4 days a week?
I wanted more money, and I said to my boss, well, I know that if I'm asking for the paycheck that I'm asking for, I know I have to come back full time, but I don't want to work 4 days a week. And they said, well,
you don't want to work 5 days a week.
I don't want to work 5 days a week. Yeah. And I was like, they're like, oh, we don't care how you do it, just as long as you do your 40 hours sort of thing. So
it's 38, isn't it? Do you not?
Well, yeah. And then they take the half an hour break out. Yeah. So
it makes a big difference every day, you know, they just fucking, sorry, it's terrible.
Look, I make sure I take them. So that's, it's good.
It's good. Let's have a quick break, eh? Hey guys, Tim and Rocko here. If you don't know this by now, the main reason we started this podcast was to bring awareness to men's mental health.
We just want to remind you guys that it's okay to not be okay. We all go through shit and we all need help when we're down. If you're struggling, getting help is important, and leaning on your mates in your time of need is a good stepping stone to seeking professional help.
There's no shame in seeking professional help, but also being there for your mates to lean on in their time of need. Let's break the stigma around men's mental health.
Now, it's reported that 45% of Australians suffer with mental health illness in their lifetime. To bring it closer to home, 25% of tradies will experience these issues. If you're a tradie, I recommend checking out the Mates in Construction app.
Being in transport, it was a shock to learn that 50% of truck drivers also go through these experiences. Fellow truckies, download the Healthy Heads app today.
And remember, guys, tough times don't last.
Tough people do. Fuck, I hate you.
And we're back.
There you go.
There we go. She did it.
Oh, fuck.
She just refused to do it. She just refused to do it for fucking 20 minutes. We've been running behind or whatever.
Fuck off. 20 minutes one. I'm only being paid for another 17 minutes too, by the way. So
Paid, yeah. I was like, you'd be the first one, probably the last one. Right, so
first and last is fucking by me.
I mean, we can probably afford to give you a free stubby cooler that's been used.
To be honest, I'm still waiting for my stubby cooler and hat that I ordered
Well, you can
back
buy
in
it.
November last
You
year.
can buy it now. We've got them upstairs.
Done. I just didn't want to pay the postage.
You know, it's so fine. The Shopify's down anyway. Anyway, we get distracted. How are you feeling going into, you know, becoming a mum of two and this journey and like what, like with work and stuff, what's it look like, you think?
Like having two kids?
Yeah, and
Oh,
doing the
God.
work is going to be chaos. I told you I'll move in. I've offered fucking a million
Live-in
times.
nanny.
Bro, literally. Tell me it wouldn't be. I finished work at 2. I could pick the kids up from daycare, take them home, play with them, cook dinner.
It'll be great. It'll be great.
$2,000 a week cash. We're good.
Yeah, sure.
Dave's
'Cause
an
my
electrician.
paychecks
Dave's an electrician, bro. They make fucking. He just installs one aircon and you're set for the year.
God, I know who that electrician is. I need that.
He's paying for that aircon.
Yeah, literally.
It's a Gold Coast, bro. They live down the Gold Coast. It's fucking
true.
Well.
Bro, I don't know how you do it every day, that drive from the fucking, like the highway at Yatla, like in or Ormo, or what's the other end you go in?
I just do from Yalla.
Yeah, it feels like an hour to me.
What, going through the cane fields?
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a nice drive.
There's like a couple of big trees and I just want to fucking drive into them sometimes. Like that fucking drive, I love your house and it's so like, it's so funny going fishing with David. He doesn't have to tie the boat down or anything because you live, you know what I mean? 500 meters from the boat ramp. Like it's so, like that house is perfect for you and David and Lenny and, but it's such a long drive into Jacob's Well.
From here it is. I think it took me like 50-ish minutes to get here or something like that.
Yeah. She doesn't own a diesel though. It's okay. So it's cheaper than.
I have one. The Ranger's a diesel.
What about the Ram?
V8 petrol.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Have you still got anyway? Getting distracted. We haven't talked in ages. Actually, because on my birthday, I'm like, my friend's gave me some good news. It was like a present or whatever. It was like the best gift ever was Lenny walking in, and I'm like tired from being out the night before or whatever, and I comes and gives me a big hug, and I give him a big hug, and I look at his shirt, and what does his shirt say?
Big Brother in Construction, I think.
Yeah, it was like Big Brother in Construction. I'm just like, I'm like looking around. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm like,
what the heck?
Yeah, I'm like looking at Chrissy. I'm like, what? And I'm like looking at you, and you're like, like.
It was so funny because I said to David, I'm like, I'm denied about whether we were going to tell Tim because it was his birthday, and I was like, oh, fuck, I don't want to like take away from it being his birthday, considering it was the big 3-0. And
literally the best thing you could have done.
Yeah, and I said to David, I was like, oh, look, fuck it. We'll take the shirt, we'll put the shirt on him and stuff like that. I said, I have no idea how this guy's going to react. Like, we're going out for breakfast. I'm like, he's going to be so excited because he keeps like hounding us about when we're going to have another baby and that he needs a baby and stuff like this. And I was like, he's either going to like silently wet his pants or he's going to just scream, oh my fucking God, in the middle of this cafe. And
that's
we
literally
really,
the two options. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I think too, because we went out like for your 30th and you were like, God, you were funny on your 30th. We should like put the video here of you dancing on the table. It's like, Yeah, Mum's Gone Wild. We won't. It's fine. But
oh, look, it's the best video. I wouldn't care.
well, maybe we will. But I remember you talking. I didn't know you and David were trying or whatever, and obviously he's had some trouble this time around. Like, he's were trying for ages and all this stuff, and you were like, you know, you said something to me and you're upset, and I was like, I think I rang you later in the week and was like, oh, you okay? And you're like, oh, did Chrissy tell you? I'm like, no, you fucking told me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, you know, it was sort of sucky. It's shit to watch your friends go through that, you know? So it was like, there's like the excitement of having another baby. There's like the excitement of like you and David now like not having to, you know, go through that. And it just, yeah, oh, dude, I was so fucking excited. I didn't know how to react. I was just like, don't scream, like.
Don't make a scene, don't make a scene.
Yeah, and Lenny's just like happy to see me and like giving me a hug. And I'm just like losing my fucking marbles, like just want to shake him, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, ah.
I know through all these times, like Tim's like trying to call me and FaceTime me and stuff like that. And I'm just like, reject, because I'm just like, I have this big secret that I want to tell you. And every time I talk to him, he'd be like, oh, you're not drinking or something like that. And he'd be like trying to hint at something. I'd be like, oh no, like, I never drink, like, which I don't, like, I don't usually drink. But then, yeah, he started calling like just before his birthday to talk to Lennox. And I was just like, oh, like, mind you, like, he doesn't call in the most convenient times sometimes either.
Yeah, but what's
So
convenient? You like weeknights are not convenient at all. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Sometimes Lenny's like full meltdown. Sometimes we're eating dinner. Sometimes we're out. Like,
it's fine. You answer when you can or call me back or whatever. We talk when we can. But yeah, I remember ringing you, I think that Thursday maybe, and you were just like ignored. And I was like, oh, whatever. And then, yeah. And I was like, this is why you fucking ignored my phone call. She's like, yeah, I couldn't answer it because you would have just eaten me alive.
yeah, I would have been able to, like, would have crumbled under pressure.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, best birthday present ever was Lenny running in with fucking Big Brother in construction and.
Damn, no, I wish I didn't spend the money on that photo frame. That's all I had to do.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, the photo
shirt.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, literally. Next is like, if I'm Godfather, that'll be the next best thing.
Okay, I'll keep doing it. I'll put it on the list.
But yeah, what do you think it looks like coming into baby 2? Like, are you going to slow down at work? You're going to have to when you first go back, but.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't know what it looks like. Because I just don't know what's going to kind of be expected for me when I go back to work and how it's going to work if it's the same as when I was with Lenny and I was just going to ease into it as well. I'm going to have 8 months off like I did with Lenny, which will be nice.
Fuck, that sounds delightful, eh?
Yeah. If I do, when I do go back to work, I don't think I'll be doing like the massive days, or I hope I wouldn't be doing as massive days. I don't mind the early morning, but the 5 o'clock finishes just
5 o'clock finish,
rough.
pick Lenny up, get home at 6:30.
No, it's like get home at 5:30. Or get home at 5:30. It's only worked 20 minutes from home, thankfully.
Oh, Lenny's only like on the way.
And he's on the way, yeah. So it's roll in at 5:30 and then we're pretty much straight into dinner, bath, and then we're a routine like 7 o'clock bedtime, like household. And that's just what works for us. So we only really get, say, 40 to 45 minutes with Lennox in the evening before he's going to bed. So I could imagine, if I could at least finish it at 4 o'clock, we can take Lenny to the skate park in the afternoons. Like, he turns 3 in May. So by the time I go back next year, it'd be
nearly four.
It'll be his last year before he goes into school. And I'd love to get him into like some little shoot me. I'd love to get him into like soccer or something like an after school activity.
Yeah, not soccer though. It's something better.
Yeah, no, God, no. Don't let him play soccer. Oh my God.
That's an electrician sport.
Well, his daddy's an electrician, so yeah.
And I love soccer in high school.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, no soccer, because it was funny because you were soccer girly.
And he loves it. He loves it already. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like. It'll
be a little Bronco, and then we'll get him into NRL.
There you go. Just no one tackle him.
Yeah,
I don't want to even have my baby.
Fight. Yeah, I saw someone tackle him. I just run on the field and tackle his kid.
You there screaming at the ref.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm the uncle on the side. Like, oi, fuckhead, what are you doing?
Yeah,
at a 5-year-old football game.
Mim's not allowed to come to any of the football games.
Excuse me. I am the loudest one though. He would. I went to James's niece's fucking football grand final, and she was just like on the field, just shaking her head at me the whole time. And I was like,
I've done my job.
Yeah, uncle mode.
Yeah.
is this project you're doing now, is it going to be finished by the time you go back to work? By the time baby number 2 comes?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that is the plan. It should be finished within the next 11 weeks, and I think I've got like 13 weeks.
Left before maternity leave.
I go, yeah. And then I know I've got a couple of smaller projects towards the end of the year, like warehouses and stuff like that. So I'll have to do all the material takeoffs and budgets and stuff like that, and make sure that whoever I'm handing that project over to while I'm off, like, has everything that they need. So the next couple of weeks are going to be one, hopefully securing another project to be done while I'm away. 2, just preparing for anything that's going to happen while I'm away to be.
You're going to get like a really, really big project for someone else to have to deal with while you're away?
That's the plan. That's what I would like to do.
And just stitch them up. Like, here you go. Here's $5 million worth of stuff.
Don't fuck it up.
You're like, I got to go.
Enjoy
Sorry.
your hives.
Don't fuck it up and don't call me.
I'm expecting to be called. If I do lock something in, I love being involved in the whole project. Like, I think that's why I love doing what I do, because it's like I quote it, I know absolutely every detail of it, and then I build it, and I get to be there through the construction process and then see the finished product. Like, I love being a part of that journey.
What about you, Rocko? Is that something you like? I know you're chippy.
I just like when you drive away and it's done and you're like, oh, thank fuck, that's done.
Yeah, especially
on to the
with a
next
shit
one.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I have no idea. I think I'm just gonna grab by the horns and just
roll
go
with
it. Yeah.
I'm so excited for Anderson number 2. I wasn't even around when Lenny was first born.
No, I think he was a couple of months old though. When
we caught up because we obviously went to school together, and then we went to like breakfast with our mutual friends, and then I was obsessed with Lenny from day dot.
Yeah. He's a pretty good kid. Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
You're upstairs telling us how much he's fucking melting down and shit. You just dribble so much shit.
Oh my God.
He's such an angel. You literally couldn't tell me any fucking different.
So when he's losing his marbles tonight, because I've said no to cake, I'll send you the video.
He didn't send me a video, but he wouldn't do it for me.
Just FaceTime him.
Yeah, FaceTime me. Oh, I'll be in bed actually. Got to start early.
No, I'm not. You got to FaceTime him.
Yeah, no. I sent my friend Chrissy a video the other week, because we've got the 2 babies 2 days apart. And we always just bounce off each other. Be like, oh my God, is your child like doing this at the moment? And she'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, oh, we're going through the motions. Anyway, Lennox, I can't even remember what I think it was because I didn't let him watch the TV or something. And he's like laying on the couch, on the floor, whinging. And he's just like waking up whinging noise as if he's crying. And I like pan the camera over, and he like looks at me, and he's like, no tears, nothing. He's just literally laying there making the most horrendous, annoying noise in my life. I sent it to Chrissy, and I was like, dude, she's like, oh my God. Same boat. Like, the kids are just so in tune and doing the exact same thing. I was like, fuck these 3 I tell you.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited. They're 3 soon. It's growth time's fucking a bitch. I don't believe how big they're getting. Like, even Ace turning 1 yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Crazy. Scary.
I just am. I can't wrap my fucking brain around it. You know what I mean?
Already.
Yeah, literally already. So, do you think there'll be a number 3 in a few years' time?
Fuck no.
I'm pretty persuasive.
Sorry.
I'm pretty persuasive.
I already said to David, like, hey, can you call Dr. Dick and let him know that you're coming in soon? Can you organise that? No. Look, I was so content having 1. Like, I
never thought you would actually have to. I would always say it, but I was only stirring you because I know that you were happy with 1.
Yeah. So many people were a bit shocked when we told them that we were having a second, because, yeah, we were really content with, like, having Lennox, but we really wanted to, like, I'm one of 6 and Lennox and David's one of 3, and we love our siblings. Like, I'm
an only child, and I wish I had a sibling to fucking talk about the trauma I went through. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm one of 7, so
yeah. So, you know, it's not. We always wanted to give Lennox a friend and someone to have in life. So even though, you know, we were happy with Lenny, we know that, like, being able to have the 2 and, like, them have each other is going to be.
And they're
the
only
best
a
thing.
few years apart too, which I think is a good sort of.
Yeah, they'll be like.
I actually heard Taz upstairs. I remember when you first had Ace, and she's like, "Fuck no, never again." But then she's talking if we have another one. I'm like, oh my God, Rocco's convinced her for a second.
I haven't done anything.
I feel like it just takes time. I think you
need to forget how bad the first one, like the labor
you got to get into the,
you know, and pregnancy and
you got to get into, like, the good parts and the fun parts, and then they're like kind of remind you how good it is. And you're like, you know what, maybe I can do this again. And then you go into the trenches and you're like, why the fuck do we do this again? Why are we back here?
Yeah.
You know, we're coming out of nappies and like Lennox had his first night in his big boy bed last night. And, you know, we're really coming out of the trenches. And I think one of the things that they say is when you become a mum, you lose your pink. And like, you know, over time it takes you to, and I'm coming back into that. Like I really feel like I'm starting to become myself again, and career was good. I was starting to get really fit again, and like, you know, parenting was becoming really easy. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to fuck this up and get pregnant again.
Get pregnant again. Now you got to do it all again.
You can start all again. But yeah, I think becoming a parent, and like Rocky, you'd understand this. It's like something just to leave you out, Tim, is it's just another level. Like it's something that you truly don't experience until it happens to you. And I mean, I know that you love being an uncle, and I think you thrive off being an uncle, and it's such a natural thing to you. And, you know, everyone that gets to be around you and like lets their child be a part of your life and vice versa, it's such a great thing because, you know, awesome. Children are generally fucking great. Like they come out with the funniest things. Like we're sitting yesterday and Lennox is like to me, he's like, Mum. I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you know the Muffin Man? I was like, yeah, man, I know the Muffin Man. You know, like just funny things like that. So, yeah.
No, it is awesome. I do love being a dad.
Yeah.
Great.
I honestly, yeah, as I said, started dating a chick with a kid, and it's like, obviously not my kid, but it's like the uncle thing's so fun, but I get to just go home. You know what I mean? Like it's just a whole other level. You know what I mean? It's like fucking, they're just always there, and they always need attention. And it's like, there's no like go home. It's like I'm there. You know what I mean? It's like
you're in it.
Yeah, it's
you're
like a whole.
And if you got a really good partner, then it's easy. But like, it's still tough, but it's easier than it definitely could be.
Yeah, exactly.
I think a shit partner.
I think is what's good too. Like I think like you and like Chrissy and like, you know, Paige and everyone that I think we know with kids have got really good partners, and like you and Taz. You know what I mean? I think. Maybe we just surround ourselves with good people. I couldn't imagine the people that have shit, like the girls that have dads that won't change nappies or help or fucking do anything. I would like it just, yeah.
You know what, funny thing is I've been thinking about this over the last couple of weeks, and I, you know, as I'm going into this stage of motherhood and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of us and people that I've talked to and people that have children around the same age are trying to break like that family those toxic family traits that we all grew up with. And, you know, we're all trying to be better mums because we want to do things different for our children. I think the same is actually happening for the dads as well, where a lot of us probably did grow up and our dads weren't present, and we had shit dads. And like from their point of view, like they're also trying to be better than what their dad was. Yeah. So I think that's why we are growing up in a generation where we do have great partners and great dads, because, you know, thankfully for me, his parents are still together.
Cool,
like, yeah, he's got great parents and stuff like that. So he's been raised well, and he's following those traits because
that's what
he's had a great dad. But then on the other foot of some of these other people, their dads were absent from their lives, and they don't want to be the same as what their dads are. So I think that's why we're also in that generation of having great partners and great dads, because we're all just trying to make generational traits sort of thing.
We're all just trying to be better.
Yeah. It always is something that fucks my head, because it's like with my dad, it's like his dad walked out. It's like, so we didn't know any better, but then it's also like he could have done better still. You know what I mean?
You do know better because you know the worst.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so it's like, it is really nice to see. I do love it. I do love seeing like all of my friends with their kids, because it's just like, it's so like, you know, it's so calm and all these kids are so beautiful and confident, and like none of them are anxious or fucking anything. They just like thrive. You know what I mean? It's like looking at Lenny, and he's just like, you know what I mean? He's just such a good kid. And like Tilly, the Chrissy's girl, and it's like just such a young, vibrant, like beautiful young girl that's just like so confident, and just like, it's like, I get sad. It's like, where the fuck was that when we were kids? Why did we feel like, you know?
You're surrounding yourself with people that are like wanting to raise children
the right way,
exact same way as well. Yeah. And look, me personally, like, you know, I hold nothing against my family or my parents or anything like that. Like they were all just trying their best at the end of the day. And things are a lot different now than what they were like back in those days. Like, you know, you didn't have technology to be, you know, ranting at 4:00 in the afternoon when we're losing our marbles and stuff like that.
It's a lot of science has gone into it too. You know, I don't think, you know, It's funny how you just, I saw something the other day. It was something about like depressed housewives in the 60s and they just give them fucking Adderall or whatever or fucking Xanax. And it was just like,
to do housework and
give
them like Xanax to go to sleep.
Yeah, it was just like, but it was like, oh, like, yeah.
And they cook fucking weird shit and jelly.
Yeah, fucking microwaves and shit and whatever, you know. But I just think the science has come a long way with mental health. And I think that's like the whole purpose we do this too is to talk about mental health, and that it all starts as a kid. I love like reading psychology books and stuff. Not that I've read much lately, but just seeing how like shit from a childhood like comes up now. And I see it myself, and I see it in other. Sometimes you talk to people and you see them like what they're like, and you're like, "Fuck them." You're like, "Why are they like that?" Then you hear about their childhood, and you're like, "Oh, that's why they're like that." You know what I mean? But it's like, what are your kids going to have to fucking whinge about? Mum didn't let me have cake at 7 p.m. You know what I mean? It's like, if that's the most traumatic thing that he fucking experiences, it's like, he's had a pretty good fucking life.
You've done a good job then.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So
I think there's another thing that was like floating around. It's like someday your kids are going to sit at a table that you're not around. They're going to talk about their childhood. And you're like, what you want their childhood to be shaped like. I
think one of us sent it to the group chat, right? It was like,
you might have sent it through or something like that. Yeah. And I was like, damn, like that's so true. Like the things that we want to do as a family to make sure that like, you know, we can continue to do these things as the kids get older and they still want to be involved because mum and dad are fucking really cool people. And
but the biggest thing is like just trying though. If you just try and be a good parent, I'd take my hat off to you.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, you could still be like a shit person, but you're trying to be a good parent.
Yeah.
Fucking good on you.
Yeah.
And everyone has their days too, right? Everyone has their days. Like we're all human, but I think, you know, that shows your kids like, you know.
Yeah, you can fuck
emotions
up.
Yeah. It's like people fuck up.
And fucked up. Like cousins fucked up. I'm sure you fucked up heaps.
Yeah, like, those days.
You know, just
but I think when you look back, like I look back at my parents and go, like nobody tried. You know what I mean? There's no try. There's no accountability. There's no nothing when I'm like, this is what you did, and I don't remember that. You know, I'm like, I know you don't fucking remember that because you didn't care. Where it's like, you might do one thing and you'll fucking remember it for the rest of your life. And if they bring it up, you can be like, I'm sorry, like this, you know, like whatever. You can talk about it. Where it's like, it's just that generation of fucking not talking about, you know, not taking accountability for what happened when you were younger and stuff. But it is really nice to see. It always melts my heart. It hurts, but like feels good at the same time watching people become like my friends raise their kids, because it's just like, it's so different.
Yeah. I think we can only do better. Like we can only take, like there are lessons. We can only take those lessons and do better for the future, really. Like,
but I think too, you see sometimes like dads will be like, oh, my dad was like this, so that's what you get because I turned out fine. You know what I mean? But it's like, I just think anyone that, yeah, as you said, takes those lessons, takes all that stuff and trauma as lessons and uses it to be better, I just think, yeah, you're doing well, you know? I think anyone that uses that trauma to fucking help them be a better parent or a better person is like, yeah, killing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think, you got anything else you want to talk about?
No. Tapped out,
ready to go. Thank you everyone for listening to another episode of Mother's May for Mother's Day.
Mother's May.
It's gonna be a yearly thing. I reckon we have to just get more mum friends.
Yeah, start asking random mums.
Yeah, be like, you want to come on the podcast and talk about birthing and stuff?
Talk about something coming out of you. All right, Jamie, you're a great mum. Great guest. Yeah, thanks for coming on.
You smashed it. You were so nervous, but you didn't shut the fuck up the whole time. You know, you did great.
Yeah, now I need water. My mouth's so dry.
It's like up the point.
Yeah, literally. When we had the break, she's like, oh, I just feel like I'm talking about myself. I'm like, yeah, no shit, fuckhead. That's the whole point of what we fucking...
Yeah, I'm going to listen to this back and just count how many words Rocko actually said through this whole podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Tim
much.
usually cuts me off.
Yeah.
Fuck off, cunt. I'm going to unplug your fucking mic. That's what I'm going to do. No, hang on, wait, which one? I think this is your one. All right, everyone. So be kind to ourselves, be kind to each other.
Measure twice, cut once.
There you go.
No, fuck you. Measure twice, cut once.
And keep left and less overtaking fuckers. See you next time.
been another Pod Perfect production.